Good evening, or great one if you're a ginger. I'll explain in a minute. My name is Red Rocket, and this is The Rundown. We start tonight with a national disaster that is sweeping across our great land. Modernization. And it strikes again with the hitting of Cracker Barrel, the South's last remaining piece of the Confederacy. Cracker Barrel CEO Julie Mazzino has changed the iconic logo from this to this. And as a result, surprisingly, stock value has dropped more than $250 million and counting. This shouldn't come as a surprise, though. The new logo literally takes the cracker out of the barrel. Safe to say, she won't be invited to the cookout. Taylor Swift recently did a podcast, and I know this news alone broke the internet, but if that wasn't enough, it was with her boyfriend, Travis Kelce's New Heights podcast show. On the pod, Travis states that performing the Eras Tour is more exhausting than playing in the NFL. You know what's more exhausting? Constantly hearing about these two. Wait, what's that? He proposed. For real? Seriously? Damn! Guess I spoke too soon. Have fun with that prenup, Travis. Southwest Airlines just changed the policy so that plus-size passengers have to buy a second seat, which, I get it, but it seems a little unfair. If someone next to me is taking up 2 seats, I don't get half off my ticket. Students at George Mason University developed a low-frequency bass speaker that extinguishes flames using sound. I hate to break it to these kids, but my girlfriend does this when she screams at me for burning the pasta. How do I burn the pasta, you ask? No clue. Alright. The Washington Post reports a federal judge just ordered the closure of Florida immigrant detention facility known as Alligator Alcatraz. The good news is the alligators that were guarding the place are now considered free range. And the bad news is, so are the people they were detaining. The reason being is for the negative environmental impact the facility causes to the area, Elise Bennett, attorney of the Center for Biological Diversity, explains. They have a list here, including the endangered species that were infected, such as the Florida panthers, wizened wood storks, and illegal immigrants. Harry Styles and Zoe Kravitz, the Catwoman from that Batman movie, are officially dating after being spotted holding hands in Rome. Look, Harry, my friend, you can have all the watermelon sugar you like. Just remember, there'll always be something in the way. The WNBA and the WNPA are heading towards a lockout as the collective bargaining agreement is unlikely to be met before their October deadline, according to FOS. Rachel DeMetta posts on X, I don't think people realize just how bad a strike/lockout would be for the future of this league. And I couldn't agree more. What's going to fill that ESPN airtime? More Stephen A. Smith? Okay, but who's he getting debate now? Ice Cube? A mop? Kanye? The Kanye idea is not half bad. Marvel is currently worried about a declining male audience to their recent movie. Well, dudes are the main readers of comics, and the main movie watchers. We are just simple creatures. We just want to laugh, see some stuff explode, and see this. Yeah, that's all we really have to do. Speaking of Marvel, they're currently filming Avengers Doomsday, which has the potential to have a bigger cast than Avengers Endgame, if you can believe it. And reports suggest egos are clashing between Robert Downey Jr. and Ryan Reynolds. And it got so bad that at one point, the director had to pull them aside and remind them that the movie title is Doomsday, not Demon's Day Off. The two actors reportedly got into a heated argument, with one of them saying to the other, listen, you're not the biggest thing to come out of Canada since Ryan Gosling. To which the other replied, you're right, it's actually a maple syrup bottle the size of a Ford F-150. Snoop Dogg said he's scared to go to the movies after watching Lightyear, the Pixar movie, the spin-off of Toy Story that wasn't very good. They're putting it everywhere, Snoop says. My grandson, in the middle of the movie, is like, Papa Snoop, how'd she have a baby with a woman? I didn't come in for this shit. I just came to watch the goddamn movie. I'm like, scared to go to the movies. There's no joke here. That's just Snoop Diggity Dog all day long. But it's finally that type of year we're back, baby. It is football season, and it's already tearing families apart. After the Farmageddon game, which, come on, Farmageddon. Only football would make that name sound cool. In Dublin, Ireland, where Iowa State defeated Kansas State 24-21, Kansas State quarterback Avery Johnson's father got into a fistfight with his other son after the loss. Now, some people may be taken aback by this, but this is just another day at the ballpark for a coach's son. If you strike out looking for the 3rd time in a row, just go ahead and walk. The NFL has released the 15 social justice messages players are allowed to choose to wear on the back of their helmets this season. Some of them are, your fantasy team, Free Diddy, and release the Epstein files, as well as the NFL has put end racism at the back of every stadium's end zone this season. And all I can say is, for everyone here as well, thank you, NFL, for ending racism. The highlight of my week was Hawaii kicker Kenense Matazawa. The Japan native knew no English and nothing about kicking a football. So you know what he did? He decided to learn how to kick using YouTube, of all things, which got him an invitation to kick for a public community college called Hawking College in Ohio, where he then learned English to eventually getting an offer to kick for the University of Hawaii, to then kick a walk-off field goal to beat Stanford in front of all the Hawaii fans, in the same place where his people destroyed back in World War II. Kind of sick. So the moral of the story is, if your parents are trying to interrupt you while you're watching YouTube, tell them, shut up, I'm trying to live my dream. And I'll leave you with this. Sam Darnold, the new quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks, appeared on their team podcast with Seahawks legend Marshawn Lynch. Take a listen.
Of the Seattle Seahawks, Sam Darnold, welcome to the show, big dog.
Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, appreciate the warm welcome.
That's awesome.
Bro. Hey, bro, they told me that Gingers is black. That's what they said. That's what I heard.
I didn't say that. How's the first thing you say is that?
You act like you ain't Gingers.
Well, I guess I'm coming to the cookout. I've been your Rocket, and this has been The Rundown. The next show.